Hello, Modified Rabbit here. I mean, part of me wants to update on the last Facebook drama video, but the other part of me doesn't because it did end just a couple of days ago or a day ago, but it didn't end until a couple of days ago or a day ago, so at the same time, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into it because it is over pretty much. But that just ended up like it did continue. That person continued it, and it was just it. Part of it was kind of hilarious to watch, and then part of it was just really sad. But anyway, for today's, well, I guess this week's, I'm gonna try and do these weekly because I don't have time to do a daily one. But even though I probably see enough Facebook drama everywhere to do a daily one, but we're gonna do these once a week, I guess. So for this week's, it's more of a shit poster expects no shit type thing. So I see this shit poster complaining about, like how, I guess there was a post making fun of, non-binary people or something like that. And the shit poster, like, there was a whole bunch of people that were complaining on that post, that felt targeted and stuff because, they felt that it was rude, targeting non-binary people and stuff like that. And that's reasonable, and then the shit poster's all like, a little snowflake meme, whatever, at the people that are complaining. And it's like, well, they're gonna target you, So now they're like posted, and at that point, they get targeted, and obviously, and whatever. But they're all like, "Oh, good God, that was a joke aimed at people who were mad. I wasn't even offending anybody." And it's like, if there's somebody coming to you that's angry, you obviously offended somebody. Like that person is offended. Like. But, like, they're like, oh, you need to chill out and stop getting offended at every little thing on the fucking internet and then trying to give people shit who have literally done fuck all. Life's too short for that, bro. Like, yeah, I can understand the hurt people getting from those type of statuses, but is it really worth getting triggered over? Block the person and move on with your life. I didn't even say anything offending towards people who identify as non-binary, yikes. Okay, so this whole situation, it's like, okay, well, first of all, getting hurt from it and stuff, you understand that, but you're like, is it really worth getting triggered over? And that's like you say you understand them getting hurt and you don't clearly think it's worth getting triggered over. Those are pretty much the same things. I know triggered is like a big old stupid word used nowadays way too much, but it is the same meaning as getting hurt. Like, it's just you're hurt by that somehow. Like there's a lot of different ways you can get hurt by something. So those are the same thing. So clearly you don't understand the hurt people get from those types of statuses, because saying, oh well, why don't you just block them and move on, depending on the status, which they didn't show in these screen caps. They didn't show the actual full original status. Depending on the status, if it's something where it's been a serious issue that a person has faced discrimination over, especially in real life, or something, or been actually attacked over in real life, that's not something that you just read and just go, oh, you're stupid, I'm going to block you and move on. That's something that is going to remind that person, hey, look at how many, especially with the comments that will, just be all like, yeah, they agree with that. That just shows that person, or in this case, the non-binary person, how much people dislike you, hate you, and want bad things for you just for being non-binary, which is something that you don't hurt anybody with. And it's like, that is a really bad feeling, like I'm sure a lot of us, if not all of us, have felt that at some point by somebody, like, oh, you're in this group of people, whether either you choose to be or not, you can't help it, whatever, you're born that way, whatever type of group you're in, there's, religious or anything like that, you've probably felt targeted by another group, and seeing a post where they're targeting your specific group of people, and you see all those comments of everybody agreeing with that or something like that, or shit posting and stuff, it's just like that's a reminder that you're gonna get shit and whatnot for just being you and not hurting anybody. And that's not a good feeling, and that's extremely hurtful, and that's not something that you can really just immediately get over. You could get over it, you know, pretty quickly. I tend to usually, but that's something that does cling with you for at least a little tiny bit, and you know, it's just like, it's extremely insensitive to just expect everybody, just because you personally aren't offended by it, because you clearly don't have to deal with it. That doesn't mean that everybody else is going to be able to or needs to get over it as quickly as you could. So it's super insensitive, and it shows this person that is, you know, clearly, you know, trying to claim that they hurt nobody, and they don't, you know, they understand hurt people get, but, you know, blah blah. It's like, you clearly don't understand the hurt if you can say all that stuff. But the fact that they're saying, well, I didn't say anything offending towards people who identify as non-binary, when that's not true. While you didn't say any words, you used a snowflake meme towards the people that are upset, which are a lot of non-binary people or people supportive of them. So that's not true that you didn't say anything offending towards those people, because you offended them with that snowflake meme, because what you're saying with this, you know what comes with that snowflake meme. You know what comes with that is saying that they're blowing their own feelings out of proportion, that it's ridiculous that they're, you know, behaving that way or acting that way towards what someone else said. You're pretty much, you know, minimalizing like their feelings and stuff. So you did do something offensive towards them. So you just acting like you did nothing wrong when you are shit posting. Like, you're shit posting and you're acting like you're getting all upset because you feel you did nothing wrong, and you can't handle the shit from the people that are upset at your shit posting. And I just thought it was, part of me thought it was hilarious, and part of me thought it was just like mind-boggling that you're like trying to defend yourself. It's like, if you're going to be a shit poster, own up to being a shit poster. Don't try and pretend like you did nothing wrong and, you know, act and get all upset because people are upset at you. It's like, if you're gonna fucking be a shit poster, which I may not agree with, but, you know, if you're gonna be one, fucking own up to it and just be like, deal with it, you know, just don't even bother making that status that you made, you know, being all upset, people being upset at you, you know, just be, you know, and if you're gonna make a status, just be like, ha, look, these people upset, ha ha ha, you know, type thing, at this thing that I said, and then leave out all the, oh, I didn't post anything, whatever, I understand people, just leave all that out and put what you actually really were doing in that post. Just be like, haha, these people are upset. That's it, that's all you would need. And if you really felt the need to post what those people were, whatever, because that's what you were doing. You know what you were doing. Don't pretend like otherwise. It's just, yeah. But yeah, someone, I guess, hadn't responded. I thought this chick was cool and all an ally until I saw this. If you're friends with her on here too, this is what she's really like. So they were trying to make it out like, you know, she's not an ally for non-binary people. And honestly, you know, if you're going to be like that and support people that are being really horrible towards non-binary people, not even like just, you're not doing anything about it. You're not only not doing anything about it, but you're supporting it by calling anybody defending themselves that's non-binary, whatever, defending themselves against these assholes that are being mean to them for no reason, pretty much. You know, just like, you're not only not going against it, but you're going with it by calling those people snowflakes that are defending themselves, the non-binary people. So, yes, you are not an ally, and it's just like, I'm sorry, but that's, you know, saying you're an ally and then proving otherwise by action is, you know, derp. But yeah, and in her status, there's just somebody is like, if you didn't respect non-binary people, you wouldn't be friends with me and blah blah blah, you know, non-binary people or whatever that's on her friends list. It's like, just because you have, that's like saying a racist thing and being all like, I'm not racist because I have a black friend, you know, like, that doesn't justify it, and that doesn't mean that you're a good ally. You're not a good ally if you're, one, allowing things like that, you know, horrible things to be said to non-binary people. You're not a good ally to non-binary people if you allow that. And two, you're definitely not a good ally to non-binary people if you're, you know, shitposting against them, you know, like, I can't. understand some people's like reasoning. And it's just kind of similar to the last video I made too, like just people like playing the victim when they clearly did something bullshit, you know. And it's just like, why are you just either let it go and don't make a post about it because you're just like making yourself look bad, or just, you know, own up to it. But yeah, I'm like, oh, if you mean, you know, I mean, if you allow other people to be an ass about it, to non-binary people for being non-binary, call people snowflakes for getting upset when someone is making fun of a non-binary person, then you're not actually that supportive of non-binary people, and those that think you are have their heads in the sand. I'm like, from the comments here and such, and your excuses for all of it being it's just a shit post, you kind of look like an ass that I don't really want on my list. And it's just like, because not only on their, not only, like, they allow it on their own status, too. Not only on somebody else's status, but they allow people to be shitty towards non-binary people on their own status. Like, this person, if you're non-binary, you don't exist. Fact. Like, and people are just laughing at the people that, like, the non-binary or whoever people that are upset at the whole entire issue, and this person calling them snowflakes. And it's like, you're just proving their point that you're not supportive and you're not an ally. What are you doing? I mean, the least you could do is, like, at least on that one that's all like, you don't exist if you're non-binary type thing, and be like, delete that comment or something, you know, like, say something against that comment. Don't just leave it there, you know. It's just it was just funny. So I thought it was hilarious that a shit poster did not want to get shit for their shit post. You know, it's like, if you're going to be a shit poster, be able to take shit for it, you know. Just, you're gonna get shit. You can't go around being a shit poster and expect nobody to say anything to you about it. Like, what is your deal? Like, what kind of, like, who the hell do you think you are? If you think that you can go around shit posting to people and, one, not get shit for it, and two, still be seen as an ally towards the people you're shit posting to. So, yeah, that's what today's video is about. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of, I guess, a story time-ish type thing for a Facebook drama. And I guess I will see you next week with something else.